Welcome to this video, how to build a career trading stocks. Now this is a live recording of a Zoom class I took a few days back, but today it's more relevant than ever. I made this video because for every other career, say doctors, lawyers or engineers, there's a clear path to their career. But for trading, unfortunately, there are hundreds of videos about technical analysis and strategies and various stocks, but there is no clear video explaining how does a trader's career path take place. So make sure you watch this video completely so that you can build your own successful career trading in stocks. First of all, you need to start thinking of trading. If you're a trader, that means you're a self-employed person. Okay, somebody like a shopkeeper or a small business owner or a person whose business runs around him. He doesn't have a job. He has a business, small business running where nobody's working for him. He's working for himself. Okay, so self-employed income. Trading is a complete self-employed source of income. And key skills that you need to become a trader are: one, you need to know how to read charts. There is no exception to this particular pointer. If you want to understand market's price movement and you want a statistical edge, okay, market has got crazy movements. Nobody can actually predict where the market is going, but with charts, you can get a probabilistic edge. That means there are higher chances of a certain price movement happening than the other. If you can understand that, then what you do is you take calculated risk in the market. Okay, and for taking every calculated risk, chart reading helps you because it's one of the best ways to use statistics and market psychology to your advantage. Okay, so reading charts, call it technical analysis. Some people call it price action. Some people call it candlestick reading. Some people use indicators. It doesn't matter what format you use. You have to know one very clear way of reading charts and price movements. Okay, even if you're just drawing your own graphs at your home, which some people used to do at a point of time, by the way. Okay, when there was not a lot of computers, people used to make their own graph. And when I was doing CMT, we were asked to do it as a project to price daily price points on a graph paper. We have done that. And but ultimately the idea is to understand market movements through charts. So that one skill you have to develop. Get in-depth knowledge of a certain set of technical analysis principles or chart reading in simple terms, and you're good to go as far as pricing is concerned in the market. Okay, but just by knowing good pricing strategies or good just by knowing where the price is going is not enough. Okay, you can buy and sell. It's very easy. Buy button, sell button is actually on your app, so it's probably the easiest way to execute those. However, managing your money is another skill that you need to start developing with being a trader. Okay, you cannot have random amount of money being put into every trade. Okay, whatever money you've earned, how much are you going to put into the market? How much are you going to take out of the market? Okay, how much money is going to make your mind crazy? Okay, how much money is going to make you really emotional in the market? So all of this is money management principle. And you need to understand, just like a shopkeeper knows मेरे को कितना माल लाना है और कितना माल बेचना है. Okay, his raw material is going to be his whatever, not raw material, his products or raw material is going to be that product that he's going to sell. So how much is going to have in inventory? Similarly, our raw material is stocks. Sorry, our material product is stocks, but the money is also a raw material. We convert money into stocks or any other options or futures contract, and then we get back money out of it. Okay, so you need to be able to manage your inventory very well. That is what money management deals with. Or any business will know cash flow management, you know, profit loss statement and your balance sheet. So money management is very important in trading, because what is going to happen? Suddenly you're going to either make a lot of money, suddenly you're going to use a lot of losses. In each cases, you should have your money management principles working for you. Okay, of course, and a very last and important skill that you need to develop is to be able to have emotional discipline. Okay, this is probably very easy to say. It took me years and years to be calm in the markets, especially during market hours, or not be so emotional with the markets. Okay, this also another words that I have used again is trading psychology, understanding and managing your own mind so that you don't get too greedy or too fearful in the market. You don't start getting angry at that you're revenge trading with the market. दो losses हो गए, अब तो market से निकाल के रहूंगा, बदला ले रहे हो market से. All of this happens because we are using our emotion, we are letting our emotions take control over our trading decisions. Okay, and I don't know how much movies have influence on us or how in real life things happen. But if there's one place that emotions are not going to really be helpful, is stock market. Okay, when you're dealing with your friends, family, all your go by your emotions. But when you're dealing in the market, do not go by emotions. Okay, you have to go by a trading plan, and you have to use people's emotions to take the right decisions. Okay, so very important skill that you have to develop is emotional discipline. Make sure you guys have that on point. Okay, of course, having said that, there are some great advantages of being a trader as well. Once you have these skills ready, okay, takes time. Again, I'm not going to give you a fake answer that's going to take one course from me and it's going to happen. The courses, whatever you take, whether it's from me or anybody, are going to just give you the tools. You have to start using them on a regular basis to change your personality, change your behavior, and change your mindset. Once you do that, you become a complete 100% trader. Whether doing this full-time, part-time, that's very different. Okay, that's not even relevant at that point of time once you realize what trading actually is. Okay, so what are the advantages? One, first of all, you make income in short term. Okay, compared to any other business, you make money in a very short period of time. The problem is people are still more impatient. They don't understand that just by holding a position, let's say for 7 days, you're able to make a certain amount of money. Okay, let's say you've held a stock only for a month and you've made good profits, which is higher than fixed deposit returns. Okay, so that when I say short term, I mean that. The problem is when you start forcing yourself to say no, short term, एक महीना नहीं, मेरे को एक हफ्ते में रिटर्न चाहिए, एक हफ्ता नहीं, I want return in 1 hour. And some people just want to have no time frame, 1 minute, 5 minute charts. That is where trading. And it's not that that doesn't work. It's just that if you're doing it just to force market, obviously you're not going to get those results. Okay, how short do you want to go? It's completely up to you, but the results are going to keep varying. And the problem is, the more shorter you go, the more impatient you become. And then this the overall plan of being a trader for life goes out for a toss when you're just worried about the next 5-minute candle. Okay, so whether you have a 5-minute plan or a 1-hour plan, if it's going according to the plan, then it's fine. Okay, but don't just keep shortening your time frame just because it's possible. Okay, first get higher time frames, better. Once you're comfortable with it, go into lower time frames. You will see a difference automatically. And if you're able to make consistent money from a certain time frame, then just stick to that. You don't have to really seek thrills. And if you want to seek thrills, of course, allocate smaller amount of money for that and keep trying your crazy stunts that you want to do. Okay, but ultimately the goal is to make short-term income, which is maybe in a few months time you're making good returns. That is what you should have your perspective in, not in a few hours. Okay, so when I say short term, that is my personal perspective. Of course, you guys are welcome to have your own opinion as well. Okay, then what is the big advantage? You don't need any employees. As self-employed individual, your only employee is your money itself. Okay, and your brain. Okay, these two, the brain is the boss and your money is the employee, and you're going to be buying and selling whatever security or stocks or maybe options. And that's all you need. You don't need to deal with hiring anybody or looking after anybody's salaries. This is completely scalable. Scalable means कितना भी बड़ा कर सकते हो उसको. It completely depends on one, of course, how much capital are you going to use? How much money you want to make is directly proportional to the kind of money you want to make. So there is no limit to how much you can put in the markets. Okay, and at what level you can invest. Even somebody like Jhunjhunwala, who's got crores and crores of money, is still able to make money from the market. He does short-term trading with a few crore rupees as well. Okay, with a few crore, not too much. Okay, but even to that level, you can scale it up, or you can start with 500 rupees as well. So scalability is not an issue. You can trade in any market condition. Unlike investors have to wait for a long period of time and they make money in bullish market or when the stock is bullish. But the best advantage, and that is the reason why I got attracted to markets initially, is that गिरते हुए भी market में से पैसा बनता है. And that is one thing, one big advantage that trader has over any other player in the market, is that he or she can make money when market falls as well or market goes up as well. And even in sideways, there are some option strategies that make good money when market is going sideways or volatile. Okay, so as a trader, something that you need to be prepared or is to be able to trade in any market conditions. Okay, and of course, advantage, you can trade from anywhere in the world. There is no geographical limitations of where you can read where you can trade from. That's completely up to you. Okay, now comes the negative part, because again, as traders, we need to have both sides clear. Okay, positive and negative. The other disadvantage is that short term income है तो फिर short term losses भी हो सकते हैं. That's something that you need to keep in mind. Don't blind yourself in thinking losses नहीं होने चाहिए, because if you're trying to avoid losses, then you should go and take a fixed deposit. Market is not for you. I know it sounds very harsh, and somebody has to tell you this. Otherwise, you'll get frustrated continuously. You have to just become comfortable with losses in the market. Okay, whether it's your stop loss or actually going wrong on your trade, that cannot be something that you can avoid. You can only reduce it, you cannot avoid it. Okay, so be prepared for short-term losses, and you have to be okay with it. But the problem is, it is our hard-earned money or hard saved money or hard borrowed money. In any case, whenever we lose money or we lose in anywhere in life, there's a lot of bad or negative emotion that comes: anger, sadness, depression. So many emotions come in, and taking those is a bit difficult. Okay, as a person who's taken some big losses as well, I know it feels really, really horrible to make a loss. Okay, so part of being a trader is to be okay with this, and that is probably one of the most difficult things a person has to do. Okay, and in fact, I would say this is one of the only things that the day you start accepting losses gracefully, you've become a full-time trader. Okay, and it doesn't matter what time frame you trade. The day you start accepting that there will be losses and I'm okay with it, sometimes I will be wrong. The moment you start being okay with this statement, you're going to become a full-time trader. Okay, if you learn nothing else from this entire webinar and you understand that there will be short-term losses, and okay, because then you're not going to be worried about the perfect indicator, you're not going to be worried about perfect time, because those are the people who are looking for perfect solution so that whenever they trade they make money. That is not going to happen. Okay, and then they get frustrated, they look for another indicator, another style, another YouTube video. You'll stop doing that. You'll automatically say, okay, fine, I just have to keep refining myself and trying to keep my losses short. That's all. Okay, I hope that makes sense to all of you. If that makes sense, just give me an okay, so that I know you guys are still up listening to this. Okay, this is the only path to making a career as a trader. If this is okay with you guys, please let me know. Okay, great. Devashish says okay. Amit gives double O okay. Thank you. Ganesh, Vikrant are absolutely okay with this. Great. All right, then let's continue with the next pointers. Second thing that you need to be aware of, and as a warning, because trading is such an exciting and a quick term money, and these days with apps, you can make money literally within seconds. And what happens then? You get addicted to trading. Okay, so when you're addicted to trading, basically, whether you're making losses or not, you're just obsessed with buying and selling stocks, and that's going toward the gambling side of it. And it's very easy to get slipped into the gambling side. Okay, so be aware, don't get addicted to trading. If it's becoming compulsive, there are days when you just cannot, you should be able to not trade on certain days as well. Okay, if you're okay with that, then you know that you're not addicted. The moment you start saying मेरे को करना ही है आज trade किसी भी हालत में, those are the time then you start need to think whether you're addicted to markets or whether you're a professional trader or not. Okay, so that's something that you need to be aware of. And of course, very important, certain people are very happy with going to company or running a business. You're always dealing with people. Okay, so if you're a social person, or at least everybody has 2 to 3 friends, even at workplace. Okay, or even if you're employer, sorry, even if you're own business, then you have people coming to your shop, maybe you're interacting with people. So what happens is trading is a very, very lonely profession. Okay, so this is probably not good for your social life. or the social sense. So you need to be aware of it, and you're left on your own to make your own decisions. Okay, there are a lot of people who trade in groups. I'm again telling you, it's probably the worst decision ever to trade with 4 of your friends together. Okay, if you're doing that, stop that, because what is going to happen? Everybody has got a different mindset, and 4 different mindsets do not get smarter together because their emotions are involved. They get less and less intelligent. The more people are making that decision, especially trading decision, which is going to happen in a few minutes, you're going to be making very hasty, haphazard, or emotionally written decision. Okay, so be on your own self. Of course, market closes at 4 o'clock. You can always be meeting your friends after that. I do that the same thing. I meet my friends after market hours, meet people, whatever, whoever I want to socialize with. I take out time from the markets. But when I'm trading, when I'm analyzing, I have nobody around me. Okay, and this is a solo journey, your own decision, not YouTube, not news channels, not SMS. Okay, not even me. Even if you're taking a mentorship from me, I'm not going to influence your decisions. I can only guide you and help you. Okay, it's yourself and yourself only. Okay, so be ready to be a solopreneur in the markets. And of course, this is not a passive source of income. Those who are saying trading is a passive activity are absolutely taking you for a ride. So this is not passive. Passive income is when you're barely working and your money is working for you. Okay, here you're making your money work every few days, few hours, few trading sessions. Okay, depending on your time frame. So there is physical and mental activity happening where you're trading. So you have to stay connected to your terminal. You have to give a certain number of hours, and you have to stay alert most of the market hours, especially depending on what kind of positions you are. Okay, so although it's not like going to a regular job, it definitely is not 100% passive. Okay, and very important, which I've spoken, so I won't elaborate on this point, but trading has got a low success rate. So be okay with it and understand that you're entering into a field where most people do not succeed. Okay, so there is low success rate because people think that it's easy money. Okay, trading is easy, but it does not give you easy money. Okay, trading, buying and selling is very easy. Just open an online account in 15 minutes and buy and sell stocks. That's very easy. Okay, but getting consistent, making it into a career is not easy. And because people, when they realize that it's बहुत मुश्किल है और हर बार नहीं काम करता है, so once their expectations are disturbed, they give up immediately and they go back to whatever they were doing or maybe change their fields. Okay, so there is low success rate, but that doesn't mean you cannot succeed. Okay, you just have to be aware of it and accept the reality and continue working towards this particular field. Okay, now one last perspective before I take any questions, before I move on to the 5 major steps of how to become a trader. Let me just give you a simple mindset principle before you get into trading full-time or a part-time, whatever you want to do. Okay, it's like running a fruit shop. Okay, exotic fruit shop. That means I purposely chose fruits is because, one, they are seasonal. That means if you're, let's say, buying and selling stocks, every stock has got a season. Okay, we call them trending or momentum stocks. So certain stocks are always going to be in momentum. Those are the stocks that you're going to trade. Okay, according to the market's mood. An exotic fruit seller will see that mangoes are very popular in summer, you get better deal, or he will look for the right weather to sell strawberries from the right place. That's why you have to start thinking that you need to start working according to the market, not your own will. Okay, you don't become a person who's going to take strawberries in summer and mangoes in winter. If you do that, and maybe because you love mangoes, you're going to sell mangoes all year long. Maybe there's no demand for it. Okay, so be very, very clear. And another reason why I give exotic fruits is that they have an expiry date. They get spoiled after a certain period of time. So even in markets, you don't have much time. Your asset is going to change its value very quickly. So you have to make sure that your timing is also right. And at least you should be aware of having a small time frame to exit out of your trades before they start going bad. Okay, you have to cut your losses as soon as possible. Okay, so you have to sell out, or even sometimes what they do, if the fruit is not being sold, they sell it for cheaper price, but at least make sure that they don't lose all the money that they use to buy that fruit. Okay, so stock market trading is exactly. Next thing, of course, it's like a startup. That means it's a business. Okay, this is not job employment. You have to get, you want to make big money, you have to put big money in the market. It's as simple as that. छोटे पैसे से बड़ा पैसा मत बनाओ. This, I think Sunil Miglani is what he had said in Z Bazar Shastra way back when I was watching his show on television once. Okay, छोटे पैसे से बड़ा पैसा मत बनाओ. That is very, very difficult. Okay, you're going against gravity, you're going against most of the natural principles of how money flows. But if you take big money, then making small money is very easy. Okay, and what happens in startups? Startups first phase is once they have the idea. That means once you know what to buy and sell. Second phase is to collect capital. Okay, so you have to collect capital and knowledge both before you say that I'm a full-time trader in the market. Okay, do not ignore that part. Everybody tries to keep saying that market se mere ko kya chahiye, market se mere ko kya chahiye. You're trying to take money from the market. That's fine, but you have not invested that amount of money in the markets. You have not done enough research. How do you expect to make more money? In a job, you have to work 8 hours a day. Okay, in markets, you don't have to work 8 hours a day. You have to work 1 hour a day, but you need to have the right kind of capital also. Okay, so make sure that you guys are coming in with capital. How much capital? I'm going to reveal in the next section where I give you breakdown of step-by-step processes. Okay, so and finally, you have to focus on capital preservation. Okay, once you have certain amount of money in the market, if you just focus on making sure that your capital stays however it is, it will start attracting money. Okay, market mein paisa aayega aaj nahi to kal. Only problem is in chasing large amounts of money, if you lose whatever you have, then you don't have more money to take more trades. Okay, especially in the beginning when you're not that good. Okay, so if your focus remains just to make sure that your losses are as little as possible, what is going to happen? Eventually your capital is going to start growing, because when you make larger profits, they're going to cover up for more than your losses. And that is where you start making serious money in the market. That is when you become a full-time trader, when your capital is growing. Okay, but your focus should always be on keeping the capital. Okay, because as long as you have capital, first of all, you'll have confidence to take the next trade as well. Okay, and if you're making more money when you're winning, and when you're losing less money when you're losing, ultimately the maths will work out. Okay, I've given this in my win rate and risk reward ratio. Probably in the upcoming days, I'll make a video on it and I'll post it. You guys will know. Okay, so don't worry about the making money part of it. Everybody just focuses on making money, taking money from the market. If you can just preserve money, that is going to give you one of the biggest success rates in market. Okay, let's just start with the trader's career steps. I'm going to take you through step by step what you need to do, what you must do rather, in a sequence to become a good trader. Okay, now that I've given most of the stuff I've already mentioned, so some points might be repeated for those who have come in late. Maybe they will be able to connect with it. Okay, so let's just start with step 1, master technical analysis. Okay, when I say master, I'm not asking you to master every strategy that is possible. Okay, because people don't get out of the stage. Yes, you have to learn technical analysis. So I would say you need to learn 5 major things, which I've given in step-by-step trading as well. You need one clear method of determining trend. You need one clear method of finding levels, one clear method of finding trading triggers. Okay, it could be patterns, indicators, whatever you want to get. Okay, and of course, you need to know how to find stop losses as well. With the same technical analysis, you will be able to find that as well. So, and one major screener also, you need to know how to screen stock. So any specific technical analysis that you learn will deal with trends, levels, and indicators. Indicators could be candlesticks, patterns, or RSI, MACD, whatever. Just make sure you're not spending too much time in just learning technical analysis. Okay, it's one of my favorite fields. I did my CMT level 1, and then I realized that a lot of technical analysis is not required, but you need to be very, very clear about whatever specific style of style of analysis that you're doing. You need to master that as much as possible, and it takes years to get good. But if you keep looking for new method every time, then it's going to take years for each method for you to become good at it. Okay, so do 5-6 major things. Okay, the more classy ones also work, the more advanced ones also work. You don't need to get confused. Keep it simple. But as soon as you get that, as soon as you understand it clearly, you're going to start implementing it. Okay, and that is where your technical analysis should stop. Stocks should tell you how good or bad your technical analysis is, and then you start preparing as many charts or analysis sheets, or may start maintaining your journal, blog, whatever you want to do, so that you have very clear idea of practical implementation. Once you're done with that, you're going to carry 30 times of capital that you want to earn per trade. Okay, now why 30 times? Okay, there is, again, this is just a rough number. It could be more or less for some people. Okay, but the idea is that a lot of people come with very small capital in the market and then they want to make big money. Okay, but I give 30 times so that you have a mindset that bade paise se chota paisa banana hai. Okay, for some people it could be 50 times more money as well. So for example, if you want to make 1,000 rupees, then you should have 30,000 rupees as your trading capital. You're not going to use all of it in your trades. You're just going to keep it for trading, dedicated capital towards trading. Why? Because your mind is going to be very cool and calm. You're not going to be worried about that every trade that you take. Okay. But if you have 30,000 rupees expectation to make money, okay, let's say even 15,000 is your stop loss, 1:2 ratio. That means half of your capital is at risk and full of your body will be at tension because of that. And your decision making is going to go off from the toss. Okay. So whatever money you want to make in every trade, 1,000 rupees her trade mein banana hai 30 times. You want to make 5,000 rupees. If you want to make 5,000 rupees per trade, quickly do the math and tell me how much capital should you have in the market. It's not going to be there right now, but as and when you should have that goal in your head clear. Okay. Can you type in the chat box what goal, how much money should you have in the capital box or in your trading capital if you want to make 5,000 rupees per trade? Amit has got the fastest finger and Vikrant almost answered 1.5 lakh and Ganesh says $100. Fair enough. $100 is almost 7,500 rupees. So if you want to make $100, then you need to have at least $3,000. No, 30 times is that? How much? 100 into 30. Almost 3,000. Rishikesh says 1.5. Perfect. Okay. Now again, a lot of you are just starting out. Maybe that is not the money that you're comfortable with. So be comfortable with short profits because right now you're just learning. You don't have to open up a big shop on day one. You can start with a small shop and then grow your shop. Most of the famous shops or big businesses were at a point of time small businesses. They learned their business, they became good, and then they expanded. So you're going to do exactly that. If you have small capital, just keep smaller expectation and trading size. You will be much more at peace, and the learning process of learning process of your trading and analyzing and implementing is going to be very, very easy. Okay. And that is why I recommend in the beginning, don't go full time directly. Okay. Have one source of income, which is paying your bills, and then give a part of your day's time to market. So become a part-time trader first. Once you're really, really successful, then you go full time. Okay. But if you already have huge capital, then probably you don't need to do this. If you have somebody taking care of your expenses, okay, and different people have different backgrounds. So I don't know how everybody is. Okay. I'm just assuming that you have one source of income already. Okay. But if you don't have another job, maybe somebody else is willing to take care of your food and rent. If you're living with your parents, probably you don't need those basic expenses met as well. In that case, you have a lot of advantage and you can use it to become good, but you're still going to use smaller capital to become good, at least in the beginning, so that you're not losing too much money and you're not losing your mind. Once you're clear with this, once knowledge meets money, what happens? You can start finding good trading opportunities. This is going to be probably 80% of your work. Once these two are taken care of, 20%, probably not 20, 15% is technical analysis. But you have to make sure that you know very small but clear amount of technical analysis. And then you have the right amount of money, you start finding trades and you trade as much as possible. Okay. For each technique that you know, you need to have at least 10 to 20 trades to confirm whether it works or not. Okay. So a lot of time, first of all, is going to go into just finding and implementing whatever you learned in technical analysis. You're going to try it out in the market. Okay. You have to keep testing, keep testing, keep testing. what happens is most people don't try to test. What most people are going into the markets. अब technical analysis सीख लिया, अब मेरे को पैसा immediately बनाना है. Okay, and then what happens? There are certain things that they're still not good at, or certain strategies are really not well meant for their mindset. Or there are a lot of things that go wrong, and then they get disappointed and leave markets. And that's why 75% people are not active in the market. Okay, so whatever technique if you've learned speed breaker, let's say you have to try 20 trades and see if it's working for you or not. Okay, also you have to also increase time frame. I would always say try higher time frames. If you're not, if whatever you learned is not working, try to see if it works in a higher time frame or not. Okay, 10-20 trades later you'll get a success rate or a win rate of each trading strategy. Also, after 20 trades you'll know whether you really like it or not. Before that, don't try to decide whether you like it or not. Just say I am testing. Okay, some people do paper trading. What I recommend is, instead of paper trading, just try it with one stock or maybe 500 rupees or 1000 rupees per trade. Okay, just risk solve small amount of money and then test out strategies as many as possible. Eventually you will find certain patterns, certain indicators work really well for you, and let it take as much time as possible. क्या बोलते हैं, perfect match ढूंढना है आपको अपना. Okay, whatever strategy that you will like and it also works well for you, you have to find that for yourself by trying out different strategies. Okay, and again, you don't have to try hundreds, 5-6 strategies out of which certain will really work for you. One time frame will really work for you, and then you stick to it, manage your risk reward around it as far as and then keep doing it consistently. Okay, now here is the biggest part. Once you know trading opportunities and you're done with testing phase, you're going to then start keeping a consistent journal, and you're going to maintain small losses and continue to trade. Okay, don't even focus on getting huge gains. Just make sure that your losses are as small and as less frequent as possible. Focus on getting your, let's say you are making 7 losses out of every 10 trade in the beginning, and it may happen, and that's fine. Don't get discouraged by it. Even if you get it to, let's say, 5 losses and 5 gains every trade, now you know, okay, fine, there is a method that makes your loss rate reduce, not win rate increase, loss rate reduce. Okay, and keeping losses small will also preserve a lot of your capital, so that you can keep trading, keep trying out and learning more from the market. Once this phase is done, you basically, this again is the most difficult phase of keeping losses small and continue to trade for the longest period of time, when you become so comfortable that you're not emotional in your trading and you have one clear win rate. Okay, fine, out of 10 trades, I know 65 to 70% of my trades are going to be right, or it could be 55% as well. Okay, it doesn't even matter. Even if you know for sure that 10 में से 4 ही ट्रेड मेरे अच्छे जाएंगे, पक्का जाएंगे, so on those 4 you can have a higher risk reward ratio and make money net. Okay, as long as you know your clear win rate or risk reward ratio. And then final phase is, of course, start taking out profit, but slowly. Okay, keep an X amount of money, keep a target capital that you're going to invest in the market, and whenever money goes above it on a monthly or I would say quarterly basis, start taking out money. Make sure you invest it in a long-term equity or put it in fixed deposit or mutual funds, so that some of it, of course, you can use to spend as well. You don't have to just keep putting it back in the market. And try to scale up as much as possible later on by increasing your capital first, not the size of your trades. Okay, very important. Confidence aane ke baad, lot of people also blow out their account by taking large risk, and I have done myself. I myself have done. I should trade in small quantities, made good winnings on a regular basis, and then suddenly I traded a huge trade, and then I made up the biggest loss of my life. I was out of trading for 2 months. For 2 months, I did not even touch my laptop. Okay, so speaking from experience, that's probably one of the worst strategies to suddenly increase your position size. Okay, take out profits, take out slowly, and don't increase your size too much. Once after a certain period of time, you'll start getting okay, and then you'll be more confident to put more money as well in the markets, not in each trade, but your capital you can start getting. Once you pata hai ki bhai paisa itna aane wala hai, so then putting money is very easy. Okay, and you will get capital. You will get capital from others as well. If you really have to, your family members might also help you. Okay, that's why when people know कि भाई placement लग जाएगा and package अच्छा 7-8 लाख का package मिल जाएगा, people pay 10 lakh rupees for MBA as well. Okay, which is an investment. It's their capital that they invest in that education, right? Even for foreign education, people spend 20-30 lakhs. Why? Because they know it's an assurity of winning. So right now, because trading, there is no assurity of winning. Putting whatever money you're putting is very risky, and nobody is going to be confident. You yourself are not confident. That's why a large capital is not possible. The moment you become super confident, not super confident, but at least confident enough, and you're consistently making money, I would say for 6 months at least, then you can definitely increase your capital size, and then sky is the limit. Okay, so this is your 5-step to trading. I hope you guys learned something from this web class. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to attend my free training on top 3 ways to find stocks for trading, use the link in the description. And subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on my upcoming videos. And if you want to be notified immediately whenever I upload a video, make sure you hit the bell icon.